Hi guys, it's Arthur aka Starbucks CMDR and welcome to a special Extreme Gaming show. Special because this wasn't really planned, so this is probably going to go horribly wrong and there'll probably be a massive reel of bloopers at the end. There is, trust me. So this show is based off the news that was released today or early or late last night, reference our friends at Creative Assembly, the team behind the amazing and terrifying Alien Isolation. Then the news is basically that Creative Assembly are recruiting for a AAA title. Now, this could be any title, obviously, but we're assuming that it's a sequel to Alien Isolation. What's really interesting is they're recruiting for someone with experience with multiplayer. So what does this mean? Or what do we hope it means? If you follow us, you'll know we're huge Alien fans. Big fans of the film franchise. Alien 1 and Alien 2 rank amongst my personal films of all time. We don't really talk about Alien 3. It's okay. Alien Resurrection, it had Joss Whedon and AVP, well, you know, everyone's entitled to mistakes. But in general, it's a great time to be an Alien fan, isn't it? I mean, Neil Blomkamp has released some fantastic artwork for an upcoming Alien film that Fox has signed on to. Sigourney Weaver's on board, and apparently Michael Biehn's confirmed he's also on board to reprise his role as Hicks and Ellen Ripley. How this works, I have no idea. I'm just happy to see them back. But back to why we're doing this show. I've seen a lot of people chatting to me on Twitter because people know that you know, we're huge fans of Alien Isolation. We did a huge event. We terrified some people in a local cinema. It was great fun. And they're asking what would we like to see, and it's just too much I want to put into like Twitter. There's not enough characters in the world for me to write down what I want. So the idea of this show is basically say what I'd love to see in an Alien Isolation sequel, and then I want you guys to comment back on YouTube or on Twitter and tell me what you guys would like to see in an Alien Isolation sequel. I could be so far off the mark, it doesn't matter. But, and here's the good thing, one of you, whoever comments, will win. This has to be UK. I know that sucks, right? I do this every time, but it has to be UK based because basically we're tight. Okay, we can't afford to send it overseas. I can send you a picture of it, but that's about as close as I'm going to get. But one of you picked at random will win our very last copy of the Alien Isolation comic book, which was specifically or specially produced by Dark Horse Comics. It's got some fantastic artwork in it. Dan Abnett, who's I'm a big fan of, does a lot of 40k books on the Black Library. He's helped pen this. It's a fantastic story. It talks all about Alien Isolation in the game. One of you guys or girls will win this if you tweet in or leave a comment, pick at random, about what you want to see in Alien Isolation. So, I'm thinking, what would I like to see? I want to see Alien Isolation stick very close to its roots. I love the fact in Alien Isolation you were underpowered and you couldn't kill the alien. But I understand people got a little bit frustrated towards the end because you had shotguns and we had flamethrowers and you were shooting the alien, it wasn't going to die. And you've seen the film, it's going to go, well, aliens aren't indestructible. And I get that. But the idea about the alien and why Alien Isolation works so well is because the alien is genuinely terrifying. It's an apex predator. It's the most terrifying force in the known galaxy. Right. So, how do we get around this whilst expanding it? Well, my idea would be this. Ages and ages and ages ago, I used to play Aliens on, I think it was the Amstrad 64, I used to play it with my dad. And the game Aliens came with an actual map of, it was Hadley's Hope. And you had to select what route you went through to get to the exit, to get to the dropship, to get away. I'd love to see a sequel of Alien Isolation whereby 4 of you guys start out with weapons, so maybe Marines, who knows. But obviously we need Amanda Ripley back in it, where you travel through a complex and you pick your own route. So you decide whether you're going to go straight from A to B, which means you might have to go through an area with no power whatsoever, which means you have to rely on headlamps and all this sort of stuff, and the only ammunition you've got to start with. Controversial, I know. I'm going to say you can kill the alien. And let me tell you why I'm going to say that. What I want to happen is, I want the game to start off with you as a team being pursued by the aliens en masse. So there's a hive or something's happened, like there was on the Sevastopol station, and sorry, spoilers, and these aliens are chasing you. And it starts off with only 1 or 2 of them harassing your team. So you have to work together, move on, seal doors as you go. But you have to work out whether or not you're going to seal a door or just leave it. If you seal a door, it's great, it slows the aliens down, but also slows your team down. And the longer you leave it, the more and more aliens start to turn up. So at the start of the game, maybe there's only 1 alien chasing you, then there's 2, then there's 3, and then there's 4, until eventually there's too many for you, even with the most high-powered weapons, to overcome and stop, and you die. I think it'd be fantastic. I think the idea of you having a map where you could select what route you went, so maybe you want to go from A to B. So you go, that's the fastest route, but again, limited ammo, so you really have to think about what you're doing. You might go through areas just totally pitch black, so you can't see, ramps at attention, more terror. Or you might want to go to the left or take a different route where you turn on the power, which means you can see more clearly, there's more defences, but it slows you down, so therefore more aliens are harassing you. Or you want to go to med base, you can recover and heal yourself, so you can move more faster. This sort of stuff. I think the guys at Creative Assembly have got the talent and the storytelling and the engine and the AI to make this game absolutely fantastic. Keep the terror. I don't want this to turn into a run and gun, balls to the wall shooter. That's not what it's about. Aliens, the film, managed to have guns, and it was still terrifying. At no stage did those Marines feel they were in charge. Well, apart from when they first landed, but that was soon kicked out of them. That's what I'd love to see from an Alien Isolation sequel. So my question is, what would you guys like to see? What would you want to see happen? And please, nobody say a half alien, half human hybrid. All right, it didn't work. It didn't work in the films. It won't work in the game. If you do say it, it's immediate disqualification, even if you win at random. So there we go. So there's a special for you. It's a bit off the cuff. There will be a blooper at the end of this. I'm absolutely certain, because I've done about 15 takes already. I've been Arthur. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family and everybody else in the universe. And I'll see you next one. Bye-bye. Sequel, which most people think it is, what will be in it and what we would like to see be in it. Now, oh, for fuck's sake! Blade title, we're not sure if it's Alien Isolation sequel, but money's on that it pretty Hi guys, it's Arthur, aka Starbucks CMDR. I can't even say 4 fucking letters!